Let me elaborate on this. Recently, we created a video that delved into the stories of seemingly virtuous individuals who, in reality, committed dreadful deeds throughout their lives. So, let's dive in. The first person on our roster is none other than Walt Disney. Walt Disney, the man celebrated for bringing Minnie and Mickey Mouse to life, along with an array of beloved characters, might appear to be a virtuous angel at first glance. However, appearances can be deceiving. In jest, one might say he was more of a fallen angel than the fairy godmother from Snow White. In the biography aptly titled, Triumph of the American Imagination, Walt emerges as an individual deeply entrenched in racism and prejudice. Despite popularizing fairy tales, he is said to have frequently employed racist slurs and derogatory language during work meetings. While some of these remarks are too offensive to be repeated here, they offer a glimpse into his mindset. But that's not all. Walt Disney's problematic attitudes extended to his views on women. Reports suggest that he physically assaulted women, although the specifics remain elusive. His belief in their inadequacy for creative work was blatant. A prime example is his interaction with Mary Ford, a woman who aspired to work as an animator. Seeking a chance, she approached Disney, hoping to showcase her competence. Yet, he dismissively rejected her plea, asserting that women simply weren't suited for such roles. In fact, he wrote a letter to Mary Ford, which lamentably reads, "Women do not do any of the creative work in connection with preparing the cartoons for the screen, as that task is performed entirely by young men." His unapologetic stance on excluding women from creative training is truly absurd, isn't it? If you've ever purchased an Apple product, you likely consider Steve Jobs a true genius. Indeed, he was remarkably gifted, an exceptional mind, relentless, innovative. However, he was not without his flaws. According to the documentary, Steve Jobs, The Man in the Machine, Jobs was a complex individual. He had a daughter, yet he disavowed her and remained estranged for years. But that's merely the tip of the iceberg. Reports suggest that in the process of producing Apple products, Jobs engaged Chinese factories. This practice isn't unique, many companies in the industry do the same. The issue, however, lies in the numerous accounts of Chinese workers pushed to the brink of exhaustion while manufacturing for Jobs' brand. Some even tragically took their own lives due to the horrendous working conditions. Furthermore, there's another concern tied to Apple's actions. After certain unethical dealings, Jobs resorted to shifting blame onto his chief financial officer. In essence, when he succeeded, he claimed credit, but when mistakes occurred, he placed the blame on others. Do you happen to know someone like that? If you thought Albert Einstein would be absent from our list, you were mistaken. Being a genius doesn't automatically translate to being a relationship expert. While Einstein is widely acknowledged as a legend, his prowess failed to extend to being a good husband. The dynamics of Einstein's relationship with his first wife, Mileva Merrick, reveal a rather intricate tale. Their connection sparked while both were students at the Zurich Polytechnic Institute back in 1896. Merrick, a fellow physics enthusiast, shared common ground with Einstein, laying the foundation for their romance. Their courtship blossomed, leading to the birth of a daughter. However, the fate of this child remains enigmatic. It's uncertain whether she passed away shortly after birth or was adopted. Regardless, she remained absent from the couple's life. In 1903, Einstein and Merrick tied the knot, ushering in the arrival of two more children, Hans Albert and Eduard. Yet, by 1912, cracks began to surface in Einstein's love life. He embarked on an affair with his cousin, Elsa, causing a seismic shift in his treatment of Merrick. While he pursued romance with Elsa, Merrick was relegated to the status of an employee Einstein couldn't dismiss. In a letter penned in July 1914, Einstein presented Merrick with a list of expectations, which encompassed domestic tasks like laundry and meal preparation, but notably lacked any expressions of affection. The same year saw their separation, with Einstein marrying Elsa in 1919, coinciding with the publication of his general theory of relativity. Adding an intriguing layer to this narrative is the fact that even in his second marriage, Einstein continued to engage in extramarital affairs. This reality underscores that despite his exceptional genius, he proved himself to be an unfaithful husband. Henry Ford stands as one of the United States' most significant entrepreneurs and innovators. His impact wasn't solely on transforming how people travel by making cars accessible to all. He also revolutionized industry with the introduction of the mobile assembly line. However, even amidst these achievements, shadows emerge. Henry Ford harbored strong anti-Semitic sentiments. In 1918, Ford acquired a newspaper, which, 2 years later, began publishing his anti-Semitic views. This marked the beginning of a series of articles that targeted Jewish individuals. These articles not only gained massive readership, selling millions of copies, but they were also translated into numerous languages. Adolf H. himself referenced Ford in Mein Kampf, his autobiographical manifesto. He hailed Ford as the lone American uncorrupted by Jews, praising only a single great man, Ford, who, to our fury, still maintains full independence. Adolf's admiration for Ford's stance was so profound that he even displayed a large portrait of Ford in his office. In a 1931 interview with a reporter from the Detroit News, Adolf openly acknowledged Ford as his inspiration. This possibly elucidates Ford's continued business operations in Germany during wartime. These examples serve as a stark reminder that some figures who outwardly appear benevolent can hold dark beliefs and harbor hidden agendas. In conclusion, Henry Ford's legacy is an intricate tapestry of innovation and influence, woven with both positive and troubling threads. The contrast between his revolutionary contributions to industry and his anti-Semitic views serves as a potent reminder that individuals' complexities can defy conventional labels.